Buenos nachos, amigos, and welcome back to Hallyujuku. Once again, we're here for more fun East Asian pop culture goodness. I'm Petey Rave, your man with no plan. Here with me, of course, is my partner in all this craziness, Brandon Cooper, aka King Kaz. How you doing, Kaz?
I'm doing good. How are you? Good, sir.
I'm doing good. Chilling out, getting excited. I'm almost on my way to Korea. With a quick jump in Dallas for like a day, but then it's it's all the way to Korea for fun 3 weeks. I'm gonna try to make some stuff there. I gotta make a checklist, make sure I get like all my stuff packed in, and I have all the things I need to like record and film and do stuff and make content.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a carry-on bag. I bought it on Amazon. It's like a duffel bag. It's nice.
Yeah, I need to buy a new carry-on because I'm getting to this point, and this is going to be boring for anyone, so skip this part of the podcast. But I need to buy a new carry-on bag because what I would like to do is, after my last few flights, I have learned that really, if it fits under your seat, it's a personal item, right?
Yes.
If it fits under your seat, it's a personal item. 90% of the time, if you can wear it on your back, they consider it a personal item, no matter how big it is, to a certain extent, right? So I had this issue where I have a camera bag, right? My camera bag is pretty big. It's pretty fucking beefy. But it falls in that line where it looks enough like a normal ass backpack that they're like, every time I kind of go up to a kiosk and I'm like, do I have to check my bag? And they're like, are those the only 2 bags you have? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, no. Like, you're good. That one's a personal item. The other one is a carry-on, definitely. Yeah. So, and the carry-on is a little big. So I'm trying to switch to a really nice duffel bag, a really nicely sleek designed duffel bag, so especially one because I'm gonna
go grab mine.
Yeah. It's like, and then I'll confirm this with Petey when he comes back. But me and Petey are not first class flyers. We're not people who are flying in like the upper class of airplanes. So because of that, you tend to want something a little bit smaller. Petey, I was telling the people, yes, the reason we want these really nicely designed, well kept bags that you can stuff a lot of shit in, but they'll still stay small, is because me and you, we're not necessarily what you would call first class people.
No.
So usually we're in the dredges with everyone else.
With the plebes.
Right. You open up your head compartment and there's already 8 bags in there and you're like, the fuck? What the hell is going on?
Because, the dude from like that's all the way in the back put his bag into your thing. So you got to find another compartment like 3 rows and forward to put your bag. And that guy has to find like...
Yeah.
Like one person throws it off for everyone.
So because that asshole decided to pay to sit in the back, you get to pick your seat, motherfucker. You should have picked a seat closer to the middle of the goddamn plane, which is what I always do. I always pick a seat that's close to the goddamn middle of the plane. You want to know why? Because that has the biggest overhead compartments.
Damn it.
We should do, after, when you come back from Korea, not now, but when you come back from Korea, we should do a travel episode.
Yeah.
I know it's not very specifically attuned to this show, but I feel like it would help a lot of people because there's a lot of people that go to like KCON and other things, and then there'll be people like you who want to go to Korea and see Korean things and all these kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that'll be good for us to do a cute little quaint travel show.
Yeah.
To talk about these kind of things, how to pack, what to pack, when to pack it, all that kind of shit.
We'll talk about we'll do like things like our personal experience and some of like the people who we think have a really good like checklist, and like we'll link to other videos and we'll talk about them as well. This is I found this duffel bag Well, at least like one
Yeah.
like it. They talked a bit on our male fashion advice. I don't know if r/male fashion advice.
Okay.
It's David King and Company. I'm not familiar with the brand, but it's a thing. They make really good. Apparently, they make really good duffel bags, and I can attest to it because this is a really nice, good material duffel bag. It's 20 by.
Well,
10.
you'll really know how it holds up once you take it on a trip. Because there's a thing, right? I bought some bags that I love. I bought some fucking bags that I'm like, oh my god, this bag is so beautiful. But then it comes down to actually having to use it as a bag.
Yeah.
And then you're like, yo, fuck this bag.
Yeah, it's a really nice bag for like a $120 on Amazon. And it's really well built. It's probably gonna be my like go-to carry-on, especially for like short trips. Where I might not want to like check a bag at all and not take the big suitcase when all like maybe like TwitchCon. Like TwitchCon, I'm gonna be there for like a few days. I'm gonna take a few t-shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and that's it.
I have a big giant ass like I'm moving to a place suitcase that I took to Korea the first time around. That was a fucking mistake. Like, yes, I was there for 3 weeks, but that big ass bag was a fucking mistake. I wish I had a really nice duffel bag to just put enough clothes in. Like, all I really needed to pack was a week and a half's worth of clothes for a 3-week trip, right? Because you can wear them throughout, like, a week and a half, right? So that's a week and 4 days, 3 days, something like that, 3.5 days. Because you can wear most of your shit through the week and a couple of things to sleep in, right? And then on those next couple of 4 days, you can find a place to wash your shit. Trust me.
Yeah.
Fucking trust me.
Yes.
Dude, no matter where you go, unless you're going to like the goddamn Outback,
yes.
You'll find a place to clean your goddamn clothes. Yeah. So a week and a half worth of clothes is like more than enough.
I might take a rehack at that packing of what I packed. Like I might try to probably pack like maybe like a little over a week's worth of clothes.
Yeah.
I couldn't just do laundry. Because the temptation is to try to put as many t-shirts as possible because I want to have variety. But I might have to like.
See, here's my so travel tip number 1 from PD and Kaz. If you're going to overpack on anything, overpack on shirts. Don't overpack on pants. Don't overpack on jeans. You can get 2 or 3 wears out of a pair of goddamn jeans.
You get before like 4 or 5, man. If you don't sweat too much.
Yeah. But t-shirts, you got to change at least every other day.
Yeah.
At least.
I change every day. Like
I'm saying at the minimum.
At the minimum.
Like,
if I walk enough, I might have actually change it twice. Once and one twice. I
had to bring 3 t-shirts a day to Otakon. It was that fucking hot and humid.
Oh god, yeah. Dragon Con. Before we get to we'll get back to the regular episode, but I do want to say this: the Dragon Con Atlanta weather, like when we were able to have our room in the Marriott in the main hotel, it was a blessing because I get to just take I go out in the day, then in the middle of the day, take a midday shower. Take a shower in the morning, in the middle of the day, take a midday shower, get a new t-shirt. Fresh as the fiddle. I don't know if that's a phrase, but like, beautiful. All right, let's get back to what we do here. East Asian pop culture.
East culture.
Yes. So of course we talk about what's new. And Kaz, what's new? What's caught your attention this week?
Yeah. So speaking of what's new, I've been very subconsciously doing this, where all my songs during the weeks tend to have a theme. So this theme this week is, man, let's party. Because these are all like really fun, summertimey kind of party, have fun songs. So this first one is Chancellor, Palm Trees, featuring the boy Be Free. And it's like I said, man, these are all really good, fun, just super chill summertime songs. That's what they are. Like, that's just the theme that they have. That's the feel that you get from them. And this Chancellor one, I really enjoy of all the ones I've put in here this week. Because it's so chill, man. Like I could just see like not a road trip, but a day trip. Just like, yo, it's kind of warm out. Let's just go ride around, and you just turn this on and ride around.
Yeah, riding your hoopty down LA. Check out some palm trees.
If there's a beach near you, you ride to the beach and just sit in the car and admire the young ladies or the young gentlemen, whatever you're into.
Yeah.
But just like a good hang out with your friends and just have fun for a day kind of song. That's what it reminds me of.
Have a slushy,
Yeah.
hang out for the day. Good times.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Good times can.
Yeah, it's a really cool chill track. It's a cool chill like R&B track. It's a cool chill like feel to the song. Be Free is there. Be Free kind of does this thing. It there's not a lot to be expected, but he contributes.
Yeah.
I do kind of find it fun that because Be Free's on this track, we get the back and forth between like the armies who're still bringing up the old shit and the Chancellor fans angrily snapping at the armies in the comments. So if you want to have fun with that, go down there to the YouTube comments. But yeah, it's a cool chill summer jam, summer cool track, summer chill track.
Yeah, I mean it's a good summertime track, and like you said, I was looking down at the comments. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right. So. Next song in here is by the Django. Play on Playa, featuring Palo Alto and Palo Alto.
And
I don't. Oh, I looked it up and.
Yeah, Kim Hammy of Kuma Park.
Yeah, another just like it's man. Like that's just what everybody's trying to let you know right now. It's goddamn summertime, so these are just like really good. Like I said, man, good summertime tracks.
Yeah, enjoy summer while it's still really with us. Fun. Now the Labor Day is around the corner. I mean, here in America, we know that. Fall is around the corner. Let's enjoy summer while it's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but the thing I liked about this track was I just love the progression of the song. It's not super complex in any way. like there's not a lot of elements to it, but the elements that are there are really good and really well placed. Like I love the kind of the like progression of like the actual instruments and stuff like that, because it just feels really good.
Yeah,
and Palo Alto is just such a good rapper.
Yeah, and it's pretty funky too. Like it's pretty cool and funky and like danceable. Like it's fun to kind of groove to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a really cool track.
Jam into it. All right. Next up is Crush and Han Sung-woo with their song Skip, which is still another summer track. It's a little bit slower than everything else in my list this week, but I'm definitely still loving it. I'm still liking it, and I'm just, I don't know what it is. I'm just loving this whole summer appeal to music in the past couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, it's
like normally we kind of poo-poo the whole seasonal thing, but I think it's when the winter ballads happen. Yeah. We're like
the winter, the fall and winter like seasons where it's like all like wistful like ballads and like boring stuff. It's mostly this winter, and like in the spring, it's all like fucking songs that try to replicate the cherry blossom ending thing from Busker Busker. Like. Basically, it's cherry blossom season, so that means it's Busker Busker season, or bands that sound like Busker Busker. But like summer is for the summer jams. We get a Sistar comeback. We get more fun songs. We get high energy songs. This is a summer. It's of all like the seasonal stuff. It's the season from the most fun, which is good.
Definitely.
Yeah. Make
All right.
feel
So
good.
I mean, that's definitely a track worth checking out from Crush. I think we've kind of Crush is another one of those people on that list of people like who we've tend to always enjoy.
Yeah.
And have a lot of fun with.
Yeah.
Speaking of somebody,
Yeah.
that
Well, I was
I
saying
always have a lot of fun with.
before we transition, I want to talk about
yeah.
Crush. He was on Happy Together recently with Loco and Din Din,
Uh-huh.
and it was hilarious. it was pretty hilarious. Like those three, especially when they start getting into arguments about like putting each other under the bus, and like Din Din trying to talk about bringing up like the fact that he knows all like their contract stuff, and like there was some fun conversation to be had on their episode of Happy Together. It's worth checking out. But yeah,
Right. I might have to check that out. I never tend to watch too much Happy Together, so I might have to check that out.
it's good. They focused on being a talk show, which is good. But yeah, last but not least, another artist we have a loving relationship with.
Ow, fuck. All
kill
right,
yourself,
so
God.
this is a song. This is a song by our boy Park J Park, called Aquaman, and no, it has actually nothing to do with Aquaman, but
It references him.
It does reference him, but it is basically just J Park's summertime track, and god damn it, man, it brings me back. Like this video, this song, the progression, everything about it, the dancing, the choreography, just constantly is like the reminder of Petey going, can he just be the new Chris Brown?
Yes. Yes. Could you just replace Chris
Brown? Can he just be the new Justin Bieber? Can we just get J Park? Like, where's that J Park American fucking intro? Fuck CL at the moment. Like, even though her American intro was pretty good, I think I'm ready for the J Park American intro.
Yeah. This is J Park at his most fuckboyingest. And I know there's a lot of people that will thoroughly enjoy it. Myself included. This is J Park's hot tub sex song, and like, and it's Aquaman because he's literally saying how he's gonna have hot tub sex with a girl, but before they get into it, he's gonna go underwater and take care of business. He's literally promising long form submerged cunnilingus, and it is fantastic. It is fantastic. Anytime he, it also it also gives one more opportunities to make memes and jokes about J Park not being able to find the clitoris, which I still don't understand where it came from. But I love it so much that I don't care. Like that joke, like the running joke of J Park being unable to find the clitoris. I don't know where that specific thing came from, but I love it.
May have to find the fucking know your meme on that.
Yeah.
Or what's the super in-depth article website? Snopes. Is it Snopes?
Snopes is like finding like when something is true or false. I think Know Your Meme is the one where it's like it chronicles all that.
Yeah, Know Your Meme is the chronicle of the memes, but I was thinking of like how Snopes just digs in the shit and like figures out if it was true or not.
Yeah, I know. I was on Know Your Meme to chronicle the rise of the Bernie. Speaking of that episode of Happy Together, where it's like it's funny. It's like. The host is like, "Oh, Loco, he can do the Sistar song dance," and they show the video, and it's Sistar doing the Bernie, and it's Loco going, "Well, actually, I was doing it before Sistar. It's actually like a hip hop dance, it's like you have to do it like that." And it's like it was hilarious.
You know what? All right, so to wrap it back around to this track before we move on to yours. I think In the list of different J Parks that there is, R&B J Park can do no wrong.
Yeah.
R&B J Park is just good. Rapper J Park is hit or miss.
Yeah.
You know, like it gets weird, but straight up R&B singing fucking J Park, that's some good shit.
Yeah.
That's some good shit right there.
Just good old classic R&B fuckboy J Park. Is something I enjoy. Yeah, it is. I need him to take over because like I said before. But I'll say it again for any new viewers or listeners. Because I gotta know that there's some new listeners, viewers. So clue them in. I believe that if we were to take out Chris Brown, replace him with Jay Park, we'd get a net positive because Jay Park is just as good a singer, dancer, and just as bad a rapper as Chris Brown, and he hasn't beat a girl. He hasn't beaten his girlfriend, so net positive. It's math for y'all. Yeah. My turn. What's new with me? Some new music. I do want to point out I did get another Snack Fever box. I ate it all. And the box is thrown away. But there was some nice stuff. It was related to Vicky. And there was like a cool like code for like a free month. With the Snack Fever, so that was pretty cool. And I honestly, I think, just the fact that I was able to, I launched up Viki on my smart TV, and it actually played things, unlike another Korean drama streaming service that we have talked about in the past, where on my smart TV, it doesn't play any videos. It gives an error message whenever I try to launch anything. But Viki works. I may have in fact canceled my Drama Fever premium subscription. And I may be in fact kind of focusing on Viki. Even though there's a little bit of a time delay because you have to rely on fans to sub things. I may be switching to Viki. Also in the Snack Fever box, they got this can of something. I'm gonna grab it. This was absolutely fantastic. So if nobody watched it, but Brett Hibbert and I did a beta episode for our show PD Brett and Junk, where we watched the KBO All Star like shenanigans stuff. And one of the fascinating things that we saw is the presence of Pocari Sweat. So in the Snack Fever box, they gave me a can of Pocari Sweat. And I don't know I've never tried it before, so I'm gonna try it now. It says it's a ion supply drink. So let's see. It's like Gatorade.
Why did you look at it so? You looked at it like you were looking for the answer to life. You were just like, "Wait, what? The fuck did you just say?"
Pocari Sweat. I don't know. It's interesting. It's like Gatorade, but I can't figure out the flavor. Is it like I can't figure out what the flavor is? I think it's supposed to just be sweat flavor. I don't know. All right, supplies water and electrolytes less to perspiration. So it's like Gatorade. All right, moving on. Music. So a couple of things. Mamamoo had their first concert, which is exciting, and I'm looking forward to the DVD. And one of the things I think I don't know for any particular reason, or I think just for fun, they had made a couple songs as two they paired off as two separate subunits. For a fun track, I think specifically for the live performance, for fun tracks. We had on one side the angel line, Sola and Huyin. And on the other side, we had the rapper line of Moonbyul and Hwasa. The angel line had a song called Angel, and the rapper line had a song called Dab Dab. And they were nice songs. They were fun songs. It was fun to get more Mamamoo. It was fun to see a little glimpse of the live performance of the concert, the musical, as it were. The Angel line. It was kind of a ballad song. It was kind of very focused on the vocals, because it was two of the vocalists, the main vocalists. But it was a good showcase of their vocals, and I like it. It was sweet. It wasn't. It was very ballady, but I didn't mind it as much. Maybe just because I might be a little biased.
Yeah. I mean, I liked the song. It wasn't too bad, but I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of ballads.
Yeah, I will say that that's very understandable. But I guess, but I will say, as part of the whole concert, it was probably a really nice little moment. If you're there at the concert, so I liked it, and they look absolutely lovely. The two ladies, they look wonderful and they sing wonderfully. So I enjoyed it, but it's definitely a ballad song. It's definitely a song for just kind of a special moment. The other track, which is a fun track, Dab Dab with the rapper line. The one disappointment, no dabs. No, you didn't get hit with the, especially because hip hop is loving the dabs now. K hip hop is loving the dabs now. You would think they would throw at least one in there. Nah, which is a disappointment. That being said, this was a fun song. This is a fun little song. It was, it had a cool kind of little jazz mixed with hip hop style. It wasn't the most complex song in the world, but it was fun.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I really liked it. But I'm not sure. It's one of those times for me, and you know how confused I get sometimes, where I wasn't sure if I liked the performance and the song, or if I liked the song and the performance went really well with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know which came first.
Yeah, it's just difficult because this is all about this performance at the concert. Because the performance is great, and they are great, and they have a great personality. I love their personality on stage. Mamamoo's personality on stage is fantastic. They have a great energy. They're not robotic. They're not stiff. They're fun. They have energy. They have a life to their stage performances. But they're still tight, and they still are competent, and they still can hit their stuff. They can dance, unlike say Little Mix or some shit like that. And they're confident, and it's fantastic, and I love it. I'm sorry, I'm sitting here kind of enamored with Moonbyul in this performance. I don't know, just catching my attention, this performance.
Yeah.
She's with her wackiness. Also Hwasa's thigh situation and her curvature. But yeah, Mamamoo, I love them, and I will not apologize for that. Moving on. This was a track that kind of came out of nowhere. Do you remember Hitchhiker? The first track Hitchhiker came out with. That one is it's very hard to forget. 11. He kind of did his own thing. He's an SM guy. He or she, we don't actually know. But it's an SM producer who's worked on a lot of tracks that for artists that we know and love. and he decided to kind of do his own producer thing every once in a while. And this time for a station track, Hitchhiker $10, and it's just like with 11, it's attention grabbing. It's very interestingly used low res computer graphics, purposefully low res computer graphics. It's the spaceman dancing. It's I have to say, overall, it's actually a really fun song.
It's a fucking. See, all right. So the way I viewed this, man, this is an awesome beat waiting for a really good rapper. This is where somebody's like a really good producer, where they could just put out a song and you just start thinking about people who would sound good on it. Like Pharrell did that a few times for me, where he just put out like beats to things, and I was like, oh my god, who would sound good on this? Like, and you start thinking about the progression, and you start imagining the progression of that kind of song, and like that's what I was doing with this. Like the beat and the whole song and the whole production of it is so cool. Anyway, like I love the sound of this. I could just listen to this for hours on end. But it creates this thing in my head where I start imagining people that they've worked with before being on this track.
Yeah.
And it just starts making you think. But I fucking love it, man.
Yeah. $10, $5, $5, $10, $5, $5. Yeah, this kind of style of song takes me back to the fact, like, when he was playing, it had to be like, God, it was a year and a half ago. In 2015 at South by Southwest at K-Pop Night Out, when he was doing his like DJ set, that was hype. Like how hype that was. That was just a fun like section of the showcase that night, where it was just a DJ and we were basically at the club like fucking turning up and it was fantastic. And this is more of that. And I want to be at another Hitchhiker DJ set. This makes me think. This makes me want that. Just to get hyped. So worth checking out. It'll stick in your head. It's simple lyrics. It's $10, $5 in various combinations. And it's fantastic. Last but not least. This is fun little kind of like a little rock track, debut track by a group called 5 Run Strike. The reason I bring this up, this is a fun little like rock track. It's very kind of it's in the similar wheelhouse of like a group like Paramore. Not completely, but like I would say there's like a parallel. The main thing I wanted to bring it in here, I think I sent it to you, is because it has Rami, who's might be known Nahami. It's another group, SD-Holics member. Ram, or now she's known as Rami, but she used to be known as simply as Ram. In D Unit, a group that I know you were a fan of. And I enjoyed for the time I was aware of them, which is short because they didn't last very long time, unfortunately. But it's her new group, and she's the vocalist for this rock group called 5 Run Strike. The song's called Round and Round. No, it's not the cover of the Rat song. It's just his own song. I don't know. It's a fun kind of like bubblegum rock song. What's Kitty doing?
Just keep going.
All right. Yeah, it's a fun rock song. It's fun, and there's a lot of things to like about it. It's not the most revolutionary, but it's still fun. Like it's well made. There's a guitar solo in there, and it's fun. Kaz, what do you think? Are you excited to see a member of D Unit, doing things again?
It's a very weird transition because it's a very different style of music. So, but it definitely does. I will give you. It does have kind of a Paramore feel to it. Maybe not as powerful vocals.
No,
like you know, Paramore has some very powerful vocals behind their female vocalist. But this isn't bad.
That's
it was
Haley,
kind of enjoyable, but kind of with like kind of punk rock and stuff like that, especially stuff like this. I'm kind of very wait and see how it goes with that kind of stuff, because you can get one good song and then nothing ever again.
Yeah,
especially out of punk rock.
Yeah, I mean,
especially if you don't have a very strong band behind your vocalist, or a strong vocalist behind a good band. Like,
yeah. So we'll have to wait and see what they develop, but it's like it's cool to kind of see somebody who was in the Idol system maybe kind of doing a thing on their own. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know the history behind how this stuff was formed, but
yeah.
but I like the idea of like her doing something different. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean it's definitely one of the weirder transitions, maybe for somebody from. Well, you know what? I don't think any transition musically is very odd for anybody in the K-pop system, because as we know, and as we've stated time and time on this show, the K-pop is a fucking farm system. Like, you kind of place yourself there to pivot into something else that you really actually want to do. You kind of most of the time use it to gain fame, to do something else. Jay Park has very famously done it, and a lot of other kids have very famously done that. Especially a lot of the kids who are trying to be rappers, you know.
Yes.
So
yeah,
it's definitely something. So I if this is really where her passion is, and this is really what she wants to do, and then the music behind her is as strong as it seems, then I'm definitely down with it.
Mm-hmm. So
I also don't like I like parts of this video, but the parts of the video where they're on the seamless white and they're just standing in a line, that's fucking so shitty. So shitty.
They're standing in line. I think maybe for them to be edited in different configurations later. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe moved around. I don't know. Could have been that's very understandable. It's a little odd. But yeah, it's interesting to check out. All right. That brings us to the end of what's new. Now we transition over to our headlines. Talk about some topical topics, as I like to say. Some things going on. So join us over there, won't you? As I press the button and make the music come out. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
So
to headlines.
Before we get into news, during our transition, I found this fucking YouTube channel called FOMO Daily, where they have this series, which is it's a React series. That's all it is. It's a fucking React series.
Yes.
So I'm already mad, but I was looking at it, and on their channel they have a J Park for Justin Bieber on their For the Win series. And then they have another one. It's Big Bang versus One Direction on their For the Win series, where they take essentially a bunch of white kids and they go, this is Big Bang, this is One Direction. And then the constant reaction is, never heard of this Asian group.
Yeah,
news.
It's okay, Kaz. This is your safe space. Stay here. This is your safe space. Talk about the news. All right. So first thing was this really cool video from Vice Gaming.
Okay.
You know, and I know the product for a lot of people. Maybe not everyone is going to be like kind of weird, like, ugh, Vice. I don't know. But they're doing the kind of Vice is doing like a gaming, like section, like a gaming thing. I think gaming foray. A big part of that is if you're in the know of the game review industry, a big part of that was the acquisition of Austin Walker from Giant Bomb. Like, that was the big signing, and so I will say, like, whatever you could say about Vice, the fact that they signed Austin Walker to work on this gaming thing makes me think, like, it makes me want to pay attention because that's a dude I respect.
I will say though, kind of before we get into the kind of crux of the story, the whole thing with like the very of Vice is one thing, but I will say, man, you got to give it to Vice. They make some very compelling article style videos that if it was as well written as these articles are spoken in their videos, I would fucking read Vice. It's the same reason I used to fucking read oh god damn it. I forgot what they've changed their name to, and now that I hate them. Fuck, I can't think of the fucking website.
But yeah, like they did some cool stuff, yes. There was one on all the like the people who kind of patrol the Han River to either prevent or either stop people from committing suicide, kind of help them out, or to retrieve bodies. And that was compelling and interesting. Like that was super compelling. But also, this is really cool and interesting. Kind of like I'll look into something. Inside the really cool video, and I think it's worth checking out. Inside Tokyo's long love affair with Dance Dance Revolution. This is cool, and like it was really cool and interesting to kind of look at how big Dance Dance Revolution still is. But then again, it's not surprising, but it's still cool to kind of like to look at, oh yeah, it's still a thing. And because it's still a thing here in the States too. Because we know people are
during convention. Vivid. One of my favorite things is go watch people play DDR.
Yeah. And there are people who do that on the regular and go to their place where they know they have the machines and like that's their, they practice and they play and they don't just play, they go at it. But it's cool to kind of good look into the scene and look into the people in the scene. And this is a cool like video, and they interview a couple of people about like their involvement. They interview the people at Konami. And it was a cool video. What were your thoughts? What were your impressions?
I'm kind of skipping through it now. The thing that I really liked about it is just like, man, I love kind of the depth, the kind of like they're quick videos over on Vice most of the time. There's sometimes they're longer ones, but like these like what would be a fucking maybe 2-3 page article, like not long, not super in depth. Man, they give you a lot of information really quickly and in a good format too. So like you may not like Vice, but I'm telling you, man, they do some good shit when they do good shit. Sometimes their information is wrong. Yes, that happens. But I will say they're no Gawker. So
I know. I do give props to the dude who's like reporting in Japan and speaks fluent Japanese. I envy him.
Yeah.
I hope to one day speak that fluently in any language. Hell, even English. I'm pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo.
I'm still working. I've got a lot of Rosetta Stone on Korean still got to do, and I've got how many days?
Well, once you get there, I will say, even for myself, once I got there and heard it more and could relate words with things a lot easier when you see somebody talking and people talk with their hands and do those kind of things, and you can start relating gestures with words and meaning and context in verbalization better because it's happening right in front of you. It becomes a lot easier to take in and understand.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna hopefully get a lot better. No, hopefully, I know people will be understanding, but I want want to give my best effort.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, that article is really cool. Kind of see the scene, see some of the practitioners. It's impressive. Like see some of the competitions. Like it's impressive. Like the concentration and like the dedication. It's super cool. Makes me appreciate that like all the more. I makes me want to go watch other people play DDR some more.
Yeah. That's my dedication to DDR is watching people play DDR.
And then, like, I'll like give them a Gatorade or something, and I'll be like, "Yeah!" I'll give them a towel. I'm like, I'm a supporter. I'm a Band-Aid. Yeah. Yeah. Go check it out. Pretty cool stuff. Moving on to the next article. BABYMETAL are going on tour in the UK with the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I saw something about this earlier. They're going to be opening up for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Chili Peppers.
Yes.
Chili Pipers.
Chili Pipers.
Chili Pipers.
Chili Pied Pipers. This is pretty dope. Like, this is another opportunity. They previously they did open for Lady Gaga, which I would say in that situation is more like it was probably more like an interesting sideshow, or like it was probably the fans probably thought it was neat, but I don't know if it was a crowd that was like going to be like super into it as like an opening act. But this one, I think, even though obviously Red Hot Chili Peppers are not a metal band, but they're more of a rock band, and it's more of an audience that will like be into rock music, and I think it's gonna fit in really nicely. And it's just a really cool opportunity. It makes me want to. I want to see these shows. I want to go see BABYMETAL. I need to go see BABYMETAL live. I don't know. What are your thoughts, Kaz?
My general thoughts are just it's super cool. Like I think this is something that will kind of help them. If you read the comments in some of this, most people are like, "Man, it's super awesome to see BABYMETAL go on tour." Too bad they're touring with Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, I love the juxt of this is that Red Hot Chili Peppers is the shitty part of it. Like,
yeah, but I think this is gonna be fun. It should be a fun show. They're gonna play at the O2 in London. A couple shows there. They're gonna be in Glasgow, playing the SSE Hydro, Genting Arena in Birmingham, and Manchester, the Manchester Arena. If you're in the UK, go see yourself some BABYMETAL, and then stick around to see their closing act, Red Hot Chili Peppers. It should be a fun night. Hearing songs about California. I imagine there's like a dedicated section of their show. It's like, here are all of our California songs, and that's the second half of the show. All right, moving on. Sasaeng thugs stalk Jackson, cause a car accident, and injure him. I
love that this is titled how you would title it, but you didn't title this. So
this is it's like I said, me and Asian Junkie kind of have a symbiotic like mental thinking. Like we almost like think very much alike. Like I love their humor. I love his humor. Of course, he has the fact that he calls him his son. I love this picture from. I'm wondering, is that the actual like text from the game, or is that something else? Like, it's like, don't talk to me or my son ever again.
No. I think I'm not sure if that's the actual text from the game. I know that's a meme. That's a hard meme that's been going around lately.
Yeah, I know. It's definitely
not sure. We may have to know your meme that.
Yeah. Jackson of GOT7 was involved in Jackson of GOT7 was involved in a car accident and suffered injuries when a Sasaeng vehicle stalking him followed his vehicle too close. JYP Entertainment released a statement on the incident, which was presumably to get me to call which I love is like presumably to get me to call off of hiring a hit squad, in parentheses, Waze girls, to solve this problem. Yeah, the JYP Entertainment. While God7 Jackson was on his way to the airport this morning, he was involved in a car accident that was caused by a fan following him by car and was subsequently injured. As of now, Jackson was taken immediately to the hospital. Upon arriving at his destination, and actions were taken so that he could be examined. Following artist's car is a dangerous act that could cause severe accidents. Following not only the artist, but also you yourself and everyone around you, as it is dangerous not only for your safety, but other safety as well. We respectfully ask fans once more to not act in this manner, so that a situation where the public is in danger does not arise. Thank you. Basically backing up what people said, that there was like just a crazy fan, kind of just like just follow that car, and causing them to get in a wreck. And thankfully, from what people say, it was mostly just like he seems to just be favoring his back, so, and he's able to walk around, so it's probably just like not hugely severe, so that's good. But like, this is crazy. And people need to stop, but they won't, and that's maddening. I don't know.
No, we've talked about sasaengs at length way too many times, and it just goes on and on and on, and it just like I don't know what to do. You can't save them. You can't stop them. They're just gonna keep going, and they're crazy. They constantly think these people owe them something, and it just constantly leads to bad things.
Yeah, it's annoying, and unfortunately, the agencies feed off of those kind of fans, because they also, fervent fans like that also equal money. So like it's not likely that they'll do a whole heck of a lot. JYP released that statement. He respectfully asked that people don't do that. It's like, there's so many issues. Like, we'd wish there were either stricter stalker laws or easier ways to enforce them, or like, because like these kind of behaviors. I mean, I don't know. I don't follow pop culture here in the States at all, but I mean, the only people that do that, I don't want to presume, but you don't see it as much here in the States from fans. You just see it from like the paparazzi. But then I don't know if it's because we have the paparazzi, people don't bother. I don't know. I don't know anything. Why am I doing this show? I don't know anything. So there has to be a better way. Because I get worried about these people that are just they're just content creators. They don't really owe you anything else other than like fun content.
Excuse me, sorry. Yeah, no, I mean that's like, stop it. Like, literally, they don't owe you anything. There's nothing that you are gonna get. Like, you're not ever gonna be the girl that crashes to Jackson's car, and then Jackson is gonna end up in the hospital with a coma, and you're gonna help nurse him back to health, and then you're gonna fall in love, but you can never tell him that it was you who caused the accident. And then even after the fact, when he finds out that it was you, he's still gonna love you anyway. Stop watching so many K-dramas and fucking check back into reality.
Yes. Yes. Wake your ass up and get back to reality.
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
No, let's not.
Yes. All right, moving on. I just want to throw this because I didn't want to end the show on us kvetching. Artist who knows nothing about Pokemon draws pictures of them based only on names. If you'd never heard of a Snorlax, what would you think it looks like? If you're not familiar with Pokemon, then a lot of the names probably sound pretty strange. Dragonite, Weedle, Vulpix, what the heck do those even look like? One artist who goes by the name of Netwoodle on Reddit recently tried their hand at doing just that. They know almost nothing about Pokemon, but attempted to draw what they thought some of them would look like based on requested names alone. Here's a sampling of the hilariously mismatched results. One user requested Dragonite to be drawn. Here's what it looks like normally. Of course, we know what a Dragonite looks like. Kind of a Disney dragon. Kind of super adorable. This is their This is his Dragonite. A little dragon with a little dynamite tail. Makes sense. A Weedle.
Some of these, okay, like
These are Vulpix.
some of them. All right, the Vulpix one, like the first two, okay, the names are a little odd and a little bit misleading, and it could see going down that route. But the Vulpix one, because I think Vulpix is one of the ones where if you go to like the etymology of the name, like some part of it means fox or something like that.
Vulpine is fox-like, and Ix comes from six because he's six tails. In Korean, he's just called Six Tails, which is awesome.
Because he evolved as Nine Tails.
He evolves into Nine Tails, so he's Six Tails, and then he becomes Nine Tails. It's perfect. But Vulpix makes sense. He makes a shark thing. I don't know where he got that. The Snorlax. That's your normal Snorlax, big, comfy. You love to snuggle into one. This is what he draws for Snorlax, a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah. His art very much reminds me of like a little bit of it. Kind of reminds me of Scott Johnson.
Yeah,
like in My Extra Life and that whole art style.
I was thinking Far Side, but yes, Scott Johnson. Cyndaquil.
Mm-hmm.
he kind of misspells it and he calls it Cyndaquil. Mudkip.
Mudkip, I'll give him.
Mudkip. It's pretty fun. It's a fun little thing. It's fun kind of seeing these other drawings. I doubt he's never seen a Pokemon. And he's this as knowledgeable as unknowledgeable as he claims to be. I think he just kind of had an exercise of like, what would I think it would be like if I hadn't seen it before. I mean, obviously things like Cyndaquil, nobody's, if you're not into Pokemon, you don't know what a Cyndaquil is. Hell, there's probably a lot of people, almost, I would say a large majority of people playing Pokemon Go now don't know what a Cyndaquil is because they checked out after Red and Blue.
There's so mmany people who are playing that game that I see on a daily basis that don't know shit, and it hurts. It hurts, man. It fucking hurts because I'm just like, just stop. I hear them talking about Pokemon, and they're just so wrong, and I'm like, stop it right now. You stop that right the fuck now. Like,
yeah. I'm thinking. So I'm actually thinking of picking up a 3DS and like I'm thinking like for picking out when Sun and Moon comes out, and like picking that up, or I don't know if I want to pick up sooner and just grab like maybe X and Y.
I've been thinking about getting a 3DS for a very, very long time, just because they were super fun to have at conventions for Street Pass and all those other kind of things.
You play Smash and things like that,
yeah, but I don't play Smash. It's a thing, right? Like,
but I would even. I don't play it regularly, but I do at work, and like because everybody does it. Everybody plays Smash at work because we have Wii U in the break room. Right. But it'd be a fun thing to do, like at conventions and play Pokemon and trade.
I don't know. And I especially kind of wanted to play the newer Pokemon games, so it might definitely be something I do just for that. Because it was the only reason I had a fucking the DS Lite that I have or whatever. Yeah. Like it's good. I like playing Pokemon.
Yeah. So I'm want to go check that. I'm looking forward to that. I check that out. I'm like
And the other thing about a goddamn DS, amazing goddamn battery life.
Yes. 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 A lot better than your phone.
Yeah.
You don't fucking run out of that. Like, you have to just play fucking games. Instead of to rely on like movies on your phones and shit. Nah. Just pull out 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. That brings us to the end of another fantastic episode of Hallyujuku. Kaz,
Hey.
what's going on in your world?
A lot of photo editing still, trying to get through the Otakon stuff. I'm trying to do, I don't know what I want to call it, but I got really inspired by watching some street photography stuff. So I've been kind of carrying my camera around and just doing some really shitty, at the moment, some really shitty street photography to like kind of lock in the style that I want to do, which is kind of the quick take, or like the just straight own it and walk up to people and take photos of them style. Because I've been watching a lot of like YouTube guys who do street photography, and there's very two distinct styles. There's the sniper, as I like to call it, and how one guy describes it, where he's like, "Hey, you see something, you want to take a picture of it. What you do is you point your camera up, act like you're going to take a picture, then you point your camera back down, compose and focus, take your shot, point it back up again, and then look at the back of the camera as if you're crimping taking pictures of buildings." Like, or there's this one guy who just he has this whole YouTube series of him just walking around the streets of New York, taking photos, walking up to people, taking photos of them. Sometimes he asks, sometimes he doesn't, and like, it's very interesting, and he comes away with some really interesting images. Yeah. And I'm just kind of trying to challenge myself with that. So, check out all the stuff that I'm doing right now with all the cosplay stuff, because that's my primary focus is look at all that stuff, look at the pretty, get all that stuff done and out, updating the Facebook photography page, so facebook.com/KingKazPhoto, I think is what it is. Yes. So definitely go there, check that out, look at all that shit, blah, 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 blah.
Yes. Go check that out. He's King Kaz. I'm Peter Rave on like everything, including Snapchat, including Instagram, Twitter, and like all the places. I'll, like I said, just a few days I will be hopping a plane, eventually reaching the Republic of Korea. I will try to make content from there. I'm gonna figure out how, but we'll try to do the show from there. I'll try to do the show from there, because it'll be fun. Like doing it from either Airbnb or from like a random PC bang, like live from the PC bang, reporting in, while like Korean dudes, like the Korean school kids skipping school, play like fucking League or Overwatch and shit around me. Like, so that'll be fun. So keep an eye out for that on all my things. But the show is Hallyujuku, Hallyujuku.com, kpoppodcast.com, rebelli.net for this another show, Rebelli TV on YouTube, Twitch. We haven't streamed the past couple episodes, but we'll try to get back to streaming. It's just that, we do finally sit down and record. It just kind of seems like an afterthought. At least the last couple episodes. But we'll try to get back on schedule and and stream the episodes live. So you can join the conversation over there at diamondcup.tv. That's it. Subscribe to the things, share the things, like the things. Until next time.
Give it to me straight, Doctor.
Hasta los huevos.
Give it to me straight, Doctor. Why, I think you're crazy.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.